So today we are going to start with the topic budget. Budget in planning and advertising and ad campaign. Okay. So we have started with the ad campaign. So what are the methods that is used for preparing and advertising budget? Because budget plays a very important role in advertisements. Because based on budget, we will be finalizing our ad campaign, we will finalizing our media, we will be finalizing the frequency of the ad. Okay, so budget is a very important feature before preparing your advertisement campaign. Okay, so we will be seeing what are the methods to be used or to be considered before preparing an ad campaign. So there are basically 3 steps or 3 methods for preparing the ad budget. Number 1 is fixed guidelines method. Second is task method, and third is subjective method. Okay, so these are the 3 basic methods. First is fixed guidelines method, then task method, then subjective method. Now, first we will see what is fixed guidelines method. Fixed. The term itself says that the units or the volumes will be fixed. And based on that, we will be deciding the future sales. We will be deciding the future expenditures. We will be deciding future ad campaign. This is what is fixed method. So under fixed method, what are strategies we can use? We can use percentage sales, unit sales, expenditure, share market, and share of profits. So these are the different strategies which we can use under fixed guidelines method. Percentage sales, unit sales, expenditure, share market, share of profit. The first fixed guidelines method. Okay, in that we will be seeing the first strategy, percentage sales method. Now what we do in this method? In this method, we follow many advertising to follow this strategy. That means we will be considering the sales as the amount to be spent on advertising for a particular period. This means that कि हम लोग क्या करेंगे? We will be seeing last few years profit or few years sales. Okay, and keeping that as the base, and we will be deciding our future sales or future units. Okay, for example, last year or last to last year, if your sales are 10,000 units, okay, so इस साल कितना होगा? Now again, the market fluctuates depending upon the situation. Now during pandemic, कभी lockdown है, कभी lockdown नहीं है, तो यहाँ पर क्या होगा? Here we cannot fix more units. Why? Because this situation is different from the normal situation. Under normal situation, what we do? We basically have 10 to 20% of hike, 10 to 20% of increase in the our percentage of sales. अगर last year 10,000 का sales था, तो इस year हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं? We can have the margin of 10 to 15%, or maximum 20% of sales. यानी 10,000 का 11,000 12,000 units sold हो सकता है. ये normal situation है. But the situation which is the scenario which is going in the market, in this situation, we cannot hike our units because market is fluctuating. Market is being unstable now. Okay, so this is what the percentage sales matter. मैंने एक particular percentage हम लोग fix करेंगे based on our previous year's experience, previous year's sales. Next is unit sales method. This method is slightly different. इसमें हम लोग क्या करेंगे? We will be considering the unit. पहले में हम लोग क्या consider करेंगे? Volume, sales कितना था. इसमें हम लोग क्या करेंगे? एक unit कितना sale हुआ. For example, if the company might be having different products, different brands under one roof. So हम इसमें क्या करेंगे? Which brand or has been sold out, or which brands units has been sold out maximum. ये हम चेक करेंगे. Okay, for example, shampoos hai, conditioners hai. So either the shampoo has been sold out, the unit of shampoo has been sold out more than the unit of conditioners. This comparison we will be doing under unit sales method. Okay, only the units will be counted. तो ये याद रखना है, पहला कौन सा था हमारा, sales method, percentage sales. What we will be doing in that, we will be deciding the percentage hike in a particular product or the sales. Second, unit sales. Here we will be counting the units, how much the number of units has been increased or decreased. Next is competitor expenditure method, the easiest method to analyze yourself. What are you going to do? You're going to compare yourself with your competitors. Or for example, if you're opening a new business and you don't know what will be the expenses to opening for a particular new business, what you can do? You can go and ask to your competitor that how much capital they have been invested, how much resources they have been invested in their particular business. So उसके बेस पे हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, अपना एक्सपेंडिचर काउंट कर सकते हैं, है ना. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर हमें हमारे घर में कोई ओकेशन है, ओके, अगेन वी विल कम टू द मैरिज. अगर हमारे घर में कोई मैरिज है, तो फर्स्ट मैरिज है हमारे घर में, तो हम क्या करते हैं, वी आस्क टू अवर रिलेटिव्स जो ऑलरेडी जिनके घर में हो गई हो, और उनको बजट पूछते हैं ना कि आपका कितना खर्चा गया था, तो उसको हम बेस रखकर अपना बजट डिसाइड करते हैं. दिस इज व्हाट इज द कॉम्पिटिटर एक्सपेंडिचर मेथड. Keeping the base of competitors' expenditure and then finalizing your budget. Okay. Some try to equate their advertising with that of the leading corporators. या क्या कर सकते हैं हम लोग? Some people equate means equal contribution या equal हम लोग expenditure करने की कोशिश करते हैं. If not possible, then obviously we will have to go for low capital investment. So this is what your competitor expenditure method. Next is share of market method. Here the advertisers can budget the ad amount on the basis of market share. Okay, just now I said you, well, now the market situation is very frequently changing, unstable market we have due to this pandemic. So the market share, based on that we will be deciding our budget, whether the market price is increasing or whether the market price is decreasing. Okay, so यहाँ पे समझ में आया आपके? So first strategy we have completed, that is fixed guidelines method. What all things are included in this? First is your percentage sales, then is your unit sales, then is your expenditure, then share market and share of profits. Okay, what we are going to do in percentage sales, we are going to decide a percentage based on our previous expenses, based on our previous year's expenditure. Okay, we will be finalizing our budget, okay, with some hike. What are we going to do in unit sales? We are here comparing the units. These methods are slightly different from the earlier ones because there we will be comparing the sales volume with percentage. Here we are going to compare the units. Next, competitors' expenditure. The easiest method of analyzing your budget or maintaining your budget is see the expenditure of your competitor, how much your competitor is spending on you, on their product, and based on that you can decide your expenditure. It may be same, it may not be same, but still you can keep that as the base. Next, share of market. Depending upon the market share, if the sales are increasing in market, if the product is increasing in the market, if the demand is increasing in the market, then based on that you can keep your budget. Okay, demand zyada hai, so that means obviously production should be high. You will be increasing your production, and for that the resources which are required for that you can keep some percentage high for the productions and sales. Now moving towards the next one, that is task method. What do you mean by task? So when we say task is a method also refer to the objective method. It is practically, it is not subjective. ये हम लोग subjective नहीं है कि कोई percentage fix कर सकते हैं या units fix कर सकते हैं. No, it is a purely objective method. Okay, it provides a sound basis of allocating and finalizing the size of advertising budget. Sound यानी कि it should be practically possible for the people to do it. If we are saying about physical resource, if we are saying about financial resources, those resources should be practically available with us. Okay, and then only we will be following this method. That is purely it is an objective method, because we are supposed to complete that work in a given specific time and in a given specific money. Okay, so now what we can be doing for this, first we will define the task. टास्क कंप्लीट करने के पहले हमें ये पता होना चाहिए कि मेरा टास्क क्या है. That am I only going to study or am I going to score good marks? If I'm going to score good marks, what should I do further? So ये सब क्या है? Even these all are your tasks. As you said, your goals, your objectives, all these are your tasks. That what is my goal? How I can achieve that? Okay, and for achieving those goals, what are the resources that to be obtained, whether that resources is available with me or not. Okay, so first of all you define your task कि आपको क्या करना है. Okay, to improve the distribution system in a place where there is a weak distribution. Mostly people can go for this distribution channels, because nowadays see, after the pandemic, most of the people are giving this opportunity of free home delivery. So when we say free home delivery, what it is? It is a distribution channel. Your Zomato, your Swiggy, all these are distribution channel. They are distributing the goods on behalf of the owners to the customers. To create brand awareness in a particular market. And the motto of advertising is to create the brand awareness. Why do we advertise? We advertise to promote ourselves, to promote our brand, to promote our corporates, to inform product modification. Why again this is needed? This is needed for your product modification. If you are changing your product, okay, if you are redefining your product, so at what time span it should be completed? ठीक है, ज़्यादा टाइम लोगे तो क्या होगा? Your task will not be completed, and if you complete your task after the completion of time, then also there will be a loss. To obtain direct responses for discount sale, if the products are sold on time, if you get the profit margin what you have decided, then definitely you can add some discount or some promotional activities to your product. Next, what we will be doing? Determine the amount required. Okay, that means budget kya hai? Budget is basically this only. What amount I require to start up a setup? If I want to start up a business, so what is the complete amount I required for resources, for land? That means for physical resource, financial resource, and human resource. What is the exact amount required for it? Okay, the advertiser must decide about the amount in funds required to achieve those objectives. What are my objectives? And for achieving those objectives, what should be the amount that it should be in my hand? Yes, zaruri hai. Decision will be enable the advertiser to determine the funds required to achieve their advertising objectives. Ye determination kiske liye help karega? This determination will help you to see what funds are required to achieve that objectives. Second, determine the affordability of the amount. Okay, for example, अगर आपके again we will come to marriage, अगर आपके घर में शादी है तो आपने किसी को पूछा है कि आपकी शादी में कितना खर्चा गया. Some people may have said 1 lakh, some people may have said 2 lakhs, some people may have said 3 lakhs, some people might have also said 10 lakhs rupees. So whether that amount is affordable for you or not, ये भी तो देखना है ना. अगर किसी ने 10 लाख स्पेंड किया तो might be that people may be having it, but you may not be having it. तो उसने 10 लाख खर्चा किया, इसलिए मुझे भी करना है, ये जरूरी नहीं है, है ना. तो इसलिए डिटरमाइन क्या करना है हमें, अफोर्डेबिलिटी ऑफ द अमाउंट, वेदर दैट अमाउंट इज अफोर्डेबल बाय मी और नॉट. The next step is to determine whether the funds so required to achieve the listed objectives are available. Whatever resources are there, that resources are available with you. Then only you can proceed with any of the completion work. Otherwise, you will not. And yes, definitely, this happens before your media selection. Once media is selected, your advertisements are released, you cannot do anything. Say before selecting a media, you will be finalizing your amount. Next, finalize the budget. फिर उसके बाद हम लोग क्या करेंगे? Finally, we will finalize the budget. कैसे finalize करोगे? By looking at the availability of the funds, कितना funds available है? By seeing the nature of the product. Okay, product का क्या nature है? Then nature of the customer. Whatever products I am making, whether that will be acceptable by the customers or not. Then average coverage. As I said you, whenever you are taking out business charge, you should always start with your local area, then your regional, the national and international level. That is what is your area coverage. That means where you are advertising, whether you are advertising at local level, whether you are advertising at regional level, whether you are advertising at state level, or whether you are advertising at international level. The media selected for advertising. Again, this you will have to keep in mind which are the media that has been selected for advertisements in India. Okay, we are not talking about the whole world, we are talking only about the India.